What's up, everybody? My name's Trey, and welcome to another video. And this is essentially the second episode of Escaping the Rat Race with my buddy Percy. If you haven't watched the first one, I'll link it down in the comment section down below. But essentially, we are doing our best. Well, we are trying our best. Well, basically, we're just doing everything that we can in order to escape the rat race, which is working a 9 to 5. Because if you haven't figured out, working a job kind of sucks. Working for someone else for your entire life and not being able to really enjoy your free time until you retire is not the move, and it's not what we plan on doing. So we are trying our best to quit our jobs through lead generation specifically. Now, we do run an actual agency that is kind of outside of lead generation that deals with Amazon FBA, Facebook drop shipping, Mercari, eBay. Now we are on Walmart. We also do content creation. We do a lot of stuff through our agency, but we thought lead generation would be something really cool that we could kind of add into our agency and make us a lot of money in the process. So this is just episode 2. So I really hope you enjoy this episode of the podcast or of the video. And if you are someone that's new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And let's go ahead and get into it.
So what's up, my boy Percy? As you know, we're back on the podcast, episode 2. If you didn't go watch the first one, the tag, link, whatever you want to call it, be up in the corner. So you can watch the first one if you want. But essentially, we are just trying to quit or escape the rat race all through lead generation. Little update on lead generation. In our opinion, websites look good. They are generating leads more consistently. Now, that doesn't mean they're generating a lot of leads, but they are consistent. We are getting a call once every 2 weeks, once a week. We're getting some leads forms filled out on some of the websites. However, the main part and kind of the most important part, in our opinion, are the Google ads. We are trying to run Google ads to essentially get the websites up running when it comes to leads coming in so that we can sell the website to a service professional. They can rent it out, and until the website actually ranks organically, we can start turning down the leads till eventually it just has organic leads coming in from organic search on Google. Ads have not performed too terribly great. We spent right around $188. We've only generated one actual lead. However, it looks, based on the insights of the Google ads, that the ads are starting to optimize a little bit. We're starting to spend less every day to receive the same amount of clicks or more clicks than we were in previous days. So I think that's a good sign. However, since I never ran Google ads, I don't know when exactly you're supposed to cut off an ad, how long you're supposed to keep it on, or really how long it even takes for a Google ad to optimize to figure out who exactly your buyer is or who your lead is or whatever the case may be. But Percy, we just looked into it. So what do you kind of think about the ads and everything like that?
No, I mean, it's interesting as far as so you put the ad out there, and I just wonder who the people are that are clicking on it. You know what I mean? I wonder who they are, what kind of people they are.
I think it
Obviously,
could be a mixture. It's probably a mixture of like people accidentally clicking on it and then
that's
people
what
who
I
are
was.
actually are. I wonder if there are, because I know I get hit with ads every now and then that are like, buy this like software, and it like will take off any bots that click on your ads and stuff. But since we're spending such a small amount of money, I don't even know if it'd be worth it. I mean, we probably spend more on the software than we would even on spend on the ads.
Yeah.
So
Do you think the ads and all these clicks and like interactions on the website help rank the website? Or
yeah,
what would it like, how do you really rank? I know backlinks and things like that,
yeah.
but what
Uh,
else goes into ranking a website?
so just overall content. So like how much is on the site, how many different pages you have, relevant content. So how many times do you say like the city and the state or like the services that you're providing? So basically keywords. Backlinks really matter. Indexed on different websites that are basically like kind of like backlinks, but basically you show up on their website as,
Mm,
if you type in top 5
Like a
bathroom
referral,
remodel companies,
like
yeah,
you show up on a blog or something.
yeah.
And then you just got to keep constantly doing that. So really running ads doesn't really do any of that. Doesn't
No,
rank.
it does, because when you run ads, it gets you traffic to the website, and that's like another major thing Google looks at, because no one's going to your ad, it's not going to rank it. But that's how you can kind of like speed up the process of ranking, because if you're running ads and you're like, oh, I'm getting 1,000 visitors a day to my website, Google's like, oh, this website has to be good because it's getting a lot of traffic, even though they're not necessarily knowing like it's coming from the ad. They just think that you're getting a whole bunch of views and stuff.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
So in theory, our website is doing better just because we're getting more visits to it, even though we're not getting the call leads that we are kind of hoping for when it comes to the ad and stuff like that.
Yeah, at least it's doing something positive, even if it's not
Yeah.
getting the amount of leads that we want. But I mean, we're not going to quit. We're hoping for
Right.
that call with Google sometime soon, or
Oh, yeah, I need
never.
to look when that is, because that was
I think it
I
was
scheduled it so long ago. So
2 or 3 weeks from like a week ago.
from a week, so it's probably I think it's next Thursday, or like
I think so too.
it's in like 9 days or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see what Google says. I really hope this is not just like, oh, you click this and that's how you run an ad. I really hope they actually look at the ad and like, okay, this is how you can optimize it. This is how you can make it better. Because if I waited 2 weeks to talk to Google and they're like, oh yeah, like just click a button, I'll be like, oh, okay, this is a complete waste of time.
Let's hope not. Let's hope they actually like do something and see it. I mean, I
Oh,
wonder what they're gonna say. We'll
yeah.
see. Soon.
We do have some good information though, or some new information, I guess. We do have a meeting with a Google Ads company. So hopefully, meeting with them, we'll kind of understand not only how to better run ads, but possibly even having them run our ads. So that could be pretty interesting, especially if they're good at what they do. Now, you never really know when it comes to like agencies or freelancers if they're actually good. Like, yeah, you can look at reviews and you kind of look at the work they've done, but until they actually get in your ad account and start spending your money and either getting you results or not getting you results, you really don't know until you go with them. So the conversation tomorrow is going to be interesting, just to kind of see how they word everything, make sure they sound legit. And then if we do decide to go with the agency, kind of see the results they get. Because if that is the case where they actually get us results, it kind of solves our issue of trying to figure out leads, which would be beautiful. And that would essentially completely take out one part of the business that we no longer have to worry about. And then we are really just worried about sales, because there's a ton of different AI softwares and freelancers that can build websites probably much faster and much better than I can. So we can basically outsource website building, have this agency run the Google ads, and then we just focus on sales. Sounds like a really good plan to me, but what you think, Percy?
Yeah, I mean, schedule a couple calls a day, and then close them up, follow up, and keep feeding them leads, and then that's really it. I mean, that's pretty easy sales process. That's the beauty of sales. As far as that, it can be pretty simple. Make sure your schedule's full, not too full. You don't want to, burn out as far as phone calls and stuff like that. But the business model sells itself,
Yeah.
really,
And I think
especially
it's
with the
also going to be really scalable too, because
Yeah.
once you kind of figure out how the ads work, like I I think it would be, I shouldn't say easy, but in theory, it shouldn't be very difficult to manage 50 clients. Like as long as their ads are running, they're running well. Google doesn't look to be the same as Facebook. In terms of Facebook, you had to consistently try new creatives. Like there were some people in their Facebook ad, they were running 100 different creatives at any point in time, because
And
it's more of like a social platform. It has to catch your eye, where Google is literally just like name, number, what is the service, and we will essentially find your customer. Like I said, this is all in theory, because our Google ads haven't even necessarily performed how we thought they were going to perform, or really even very good at this point in time. So, in theory, if the ads do work, you should just be able to change the location of the ad and it should perform relatively the same. So,
Mhm.
that's kind of one of the beauties, especially of lead gen, that I really like. It just scalability, and then completely hands off. Well, not completely hands off, but relatively hands off compared to like drop shipping, for instance. So
Yeah, duplicable.
Oh, yeah, duplicatable.
Duplicatable. There it
I
is.
knew what you was going for, my boy. I got you. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the only update we have. Like I said, the ads are running, so at least I was able to figure out how to get the ads to spend money every day. Because I don't think we went over this in the first podcast. I was running some Google ads. However, I couldn't even figure out how to get them to spend my budget every day. Some days they spend money, some days they didn't. So at least we're able to finish that out. So they are spending money every day. It looks like they're starting to optimize. We do have leads coming in outside the ads, but now, and really from the first episode, the whole focus is just understanding how to get the ads to perform consistently. Like, how do we get ads coming in consistently for this one specific website that we're working on so that we can duplicate it out across multiple websites, multiple cities, multiple business owners. And that's how we're actually going to scale. And then I guess next week, we'll also let you know how this agency and conversation kind of goes. If we learned anything from talking with them, if we plan on going with them, and then going over their results too, if we do decide to go with them. So hopefully it makes our life a little bit easier so we can focus on things that actually make money. Because one thing you understand, there's a lot of things in your business that you could be working on that don't make money, that just seem tedious, and it just makes you want to pull your hair out. So, yeah. You got anything else, Percy?
Yeah, definitely. Spending money on activities that aren't making you money is like the worst thing that you could possibly do. That's the last thing you do, as a matter of fact. You want to minimize those as much as possible. Because if it's not bringing in money, then it's just busy work. End of the
Well,
day.
actually, when you say that, like I have a maid that cleans my house, and I'm switching now. Like I hired a different company because she wasn't doing a great job. So I had to clean my house for the first time in like 4 months. And it took me like 2 hours to clean my house. And I was like, I never want to do this again. Like I
Two.
never want to do. Yeah. But I for real clean. Like I will take all the dishes out the cupboard. Like I'll wash everything down. Like I clean my house for real. So it took me like 2 hours, and I was like, oh, I see why I pay people to do this, because this is 2 hours of my life that I could have been spending trying to make money. And this activity I know does not make me any money at all. So,
Exactly. I'm saying is wasting time.
yeah,
It doesn't generate any revenue.
but that's kind of it. I appreciate you stopping by the second episode of the podcast. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Probably in a different shirt, though, to kind of switch it up for you, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
See you.
And just like that, episode 2 of Escaping the Rat Race is in the books. Really hope you enjoyed the podcast or the video if you are watching this on YouTube or on any of the other social media platforms that I'm probably going to put this on. Now, if you are somebody that is running a lead generation company or a lead generation agency or a lead generation side hustle, really, if you're anybody that knows lead generation or Google ads, please feel free to comment in the comment section down below. Just kind of your experience with lead generation, running Google ads, and things of that nature. As you see, we're not having an awful time, but also we're not doing as good as we thought we were going to be doing at the start of this. So we're really just trying to figure out. So if you have any insight that you could possibly give us, it would be amazing if you could share that information, because we're always trying to learn and trying to better ourselves. And if you are somebody that's new to the channel, my name's Trey. I teach people how to make money online, diversify their income, and financial news that I think is pretty important for them to know. So if that sounds like you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.